right now, we never got your take, Harry, on Baker Mayfield to the Panthers. The Browns are paying him. They're paying $10.5 million of his salary. They traded him for a 5th-round pick. He had to go. So it was either going to be Seattle or Carolina, the way it boiled down. I think this is a good landing spot for him. I think he got screwed last year. They forced him to play hurt, and he, just to increase his value, and it backfired against the team and the player. And then the Deshaun Watson nonsense. But if he's going to go to a team that kind of needs a quarterback, I think the Panthers are the way to go, Harry. And I know you love it because it means Sam Darnold is probably going to have to sit the bench, right?
Yeah, I think it's very smart too, Sal. Look, Matt Rule last year went into the season being a new coach in Carolina with just Sam Darnold as quarterback, and he was ready to roll with it. And it turned out to be a disaster after like week 3. But, let's not forget Baker Mayfield 2 years ago took the Browns to the playoffs. Had a great season pretty much, and also won in Pittsburgh in the playoffs, which was huge. And he's got Rashard Higgins as a wide receiver on this team too. He threw to him plenty in Cleveland.
All right.
No, I'm just saying that's going to help, and they got offensive line help too, which they definitely needed. I think Baker Mayfield's a good fit here. And plus, let's not forget, McCaffrey, we always say it, he's healthy. Can he stay healthy? He can't, but still top 3 running back in the league when he is healthy. So throw him in the mix too. And I think it's a good situation for Carolina here.
Yeah, they have some offensive line problems. I like that Chuba Hubbard as a backup. But otherwise, it's DJ Moore, it's Robbie Anderson. Okay, Rashard Higgins. Who's the tight end? Tommy Trout. I'm looking at their depth chart. I don't know. Parlay Kid, was this a foregone conclusion? He's got Darnold, he's got Matt Corral, and he's got PJ Walker to beat out.
Yeah, it was an interesting trade there. I don't know. I'm rooting for the guy. It might sound crazy to some people. I am rooting for Baker. Hope things work out for him. Carolina could be a good fit. It just seems like they got a lot of the same quarterback down there. But I'm hoping, that he's healthy this year and he has a legit shot at, playing a full 16 games, 17 games, and let's see where everything falls for him. But good luck to him. I don't dislike the guy like so many other people seem to.
Well, I saw Rachel Bonetta this weekend. She is switching her allegiance. She's like, why not? She was a diehard Cleveland Browns fan since she landed in this land a few years ago. And now Carolina Panthers. Interesting. I know a couple Browns fans doing this. Yeah, they're making the switch. Again, we talked about this. I don't know. Yeah.
So you're telling me she was more of a Mayfield fan than a Browns fan?
She was more of a Mayfield fan.
But I get the Watson thing.
Yeah, right. Less of a rapey masseuse fan. Yeah, I think that's right there. Yep. But so we're going to dig into these odds and divisions and everything. We figure it out. We're still a few weeks away. We think it's a little premature. But what we can do is take a look at some of these things. I'm looking now. The odds change for teams to make the playoffs. And I was looking at similar odds for teams to make the playoffs. So you have the Panthers at plus 410, which seemed a little high in the NFC, where I think like a lot of teams could get that 7 seed. I mean, I would only count like maybe Seattle out for fully of getting that 7 seed. Yep. Lions are plus 370. Jags are plus 450 in the AFC. So those are similar odds. Bri, start us off. If you have to take between those three, if you have to be holding one of those tickets to make the playoffs, what do you got? Lions, Jags, or Panthers?
I hate this question. They're all so bad.
They're all bad. No one's making it? Yeah.
Well, the thing is, if I was looking at the Jaguars, which we talked about maybe Lawrence for MVP at like really high odds, then I would look at the Jaguars for the division, which is like plus 750, just because the AFC is going to be so hard to get a wild card berth in there. And They do have, the Jaguars have a really tough stretch at like the middle part of their schedule where they play the AFC West. So that's going to be really tough for them. So I was looking actually at the Lions here, and it's weird for me to say the Lions considering I don't really like their quarterback or their coach. I don't really love either of them, but I like the pieces actually that they have. I mean, offensive line wise, they could be great in terms of what they have on the line. I do like the Jameson Williams pickup, so skill position, they're pretty good and pretty fun too. And then defensively, I thought they made some improvements. And then when you combine that with, if you actually looked at their schedule in that division is pretty weak. So if a team could make a change, I mean, they played a little bit better late in the year last year. If they're out of these three teams, I just thought schedule wise and maybe talent wise, Lions maybe had the most.
They got DJ Chark they picked up, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
St. Brown was good for them. Hawkinson, running back wise, their line, like I said, their line could be very good.
It is interesting though. So the Lions and Jags were the worst two teams, right? Last year by record. You had to go by but they are right in there with the Panthers, Harry. So which way you going? It is interesting that either the first two are going to rebound or they think the Panthers are going to regress. That's what FanDuel's telling us for all these odds to be similar. Which one you going, Harry? Out of those three,
I'm still gonna go with the Panthers. Detroit was 31st in points against last year. Awful defense. 29th in yards against. Jacksonville, not much better either. And honestly, the Panthers defense last year was pretty good. One of the top 5 teams in the league defensively, second in total yards against, 4th in passing yards against. Jeremy Chin, the safety, has had 3 fantastic seasons in the NFL. And again, like I said, if McCaffrey's healthy, this could be big on their offense, which they definitely need because they didn't have that most of the season last year once he went down. J.C. Horn, their cornerback that they drafted in the first round, went out after like week 3. He'll be healthy here too. So I think overall here, Panthers plus the 410 is the way to go.
Yeah. All right. I think you agree, Parlay Kid, right?
I do agree with Harry on this one with the Panthers. I kind of liked them more than everybody did last year too, until things. Once I think it looked like McCaffrey's the key to this team, right? If he's healthy.
Well, Darnold. Remember we were giving it to Harry for the first 3 weeks. Darnold led in rushing touchdowns. He led the league in rushing touchdowns. Like he put him on the MVP board. It was fun then. Just completely
against the Texans.
Exactly. So McCaffrey
played him
can make
3 weeks. Yeah, go ahead.
Right. He can make a lot of quarterbacks look pretty good, right? He made Darnold look pretty good, at least if he was the reason for a few weeks at least. So I think he'll certainly help Mayfield out if he's healthy. This team out of all of them has the best shot, no doubt.
Yeah. All right. Well, I devote a lot of time on this nonsense, and I figure I'll show you guys. I do my cards, my flash cards here. In a week, everything will be front and back. It'll be gone. I do the coaching changes. I do the plus on the free agents, the minus on the free agents, the drafts, the schedules, the depth charts, and then I put together a number, and then I change my mind like week 2 on everything. But Brian, I'm going to go Jaguars. I know it's crazy. AFC, it is going to be tough to make the playoffs, and you're probably right. This plus, what'd you say, plus 710 to win the division?
Plus 750 to win the division.
I think this team's in trouble in like 2 or 3 years. I mean, they were in trouble last year, but they overspent on a lot. But we're really just picking for this year, right? I mean, we're betting for this year. So Christian Kirk, Brandon Scherf, they have all these additions. They got your guy Zay Jones. They overpaid for everyone. But they were 27th in big plays last year, so they kind of had to. I kind of think that week 17 swagger they had against the Colts continues a little in a shitty division. So you're right. They might win the division. It's going to be harder to get the 7 seed, although maybe they could be like 10-7 in that bad division and by default get that 7 seed. I'm excited.